We're going to start it up. All right, we're here.
Oh, did we start?
It's time.
Oh.
Episode 8.
You just said, we're going to start
click.
it up.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Usually I count. I don't know if nobody really knows that, but usually I count before we start.
Yeah, you were just like, click. I'm like,
count, and then
okay.
the last number is silent, and then I point, and then I hit click, and we start. But
okay, yeah. So this is
time I jumped in. So here we are.
So this is episode 8. We've actually
Ocho.
This has been some crazy stuff in we'll say Drew's personal life. So we've been taking some time off so he can get things situated. Nothing bad, all good.
Yeah, very positive.
Very positive
very
stuff.
Very positive.
But yeah, we'll just jump right into it. Yeah. I've been a madman these past few weeks. I've been a madman.
We've both been madman in some shit these past couple weeks.
I've been. Oh, so I'll start this off. This is gonna be a good start off.
Start it.
I bought the Supreme gumball machine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool, and it comes with 6 pounds of Supreme gumballs.
Whoa, 6 pounds.
6 pounds. Yo, like it's
6 pounds
like
of that good shit.
It's probably a bag like two by 2. Probably like it's a 6 pound bag of straight gumballs.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, like, and so when I was like looking, because they had delayed it they had delayed it for a few weeks now. And I was like, okay, like I wonder if the gumballs are going to come with it. And they ended up like, on the Supreme Community website, they ended up like, gumballs. They're white gumballs with like the red like Supreme logo on them.
Oh, really?
They're so sick. And I was like,
That's
yo.
cool.
So when it came in, obviously I opened it. And it's a really good size.
That's cool.
So I can't wait to go to an event and like probably be one of the only people in there with a Supreme gumball machine.
Sell like $5 gumballs. You totally could, dog.
Yeah,
you
so
totally
could. It works and everything because like I looked at it, I checked it out, and it's like a straight up gumball machine. It's got on like the flap that opens for when the gumball falls out. It's got like an embossment of like Supreme on it on the side. Really, like the machine overall is like super clean. I was so happy, and it was only $318.
To sell $5 gumballs, and then everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody because I'll say about half the people there are sellers. They're like business-minded people.
Yeah.
So every time they see you sell someone a gumball for $5, they're gonna see profit. They're gonna be like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So it's gonna be so many people wanting to buy your gumball machine by the end of.
Yeah.
And you could, by the end of the day, you could put it on auction, dog, and people.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think because there are no sneaker events that I want to go to until February and March, and then there's one in January that I still gotta email them about the SneakerCon in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So I gotta check out about that and see if it's like how much like tickets are and like what the situation would be, because I'd probably stay the whole weekend in Fort Lauderdale. Because, like, I think it's, like, a 3 or 4 hour drive. So, like, I wouldn't want to do that in one day.
Fort Lauderdale. Where's that? East side?
East side, yeah.
East side? It's the East Coast.
Yeah.
We're on the west coast of the East Coast. West side of Florida, which is on the east side of the U.S.
Yes.
We're on the west side of the Panhandle. Or of the peninsula. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
The Panhandle's the top of Florida.
Yeah.
There's so many P words there. Florida.
Yeah, so I mean, I gotta check about that email. I meant to, and I just didn't.
That'd be cool. That'd be a fun trip.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how much the tickets are, because like if they're like super expensive, then it may not be worth it. But like SneakerCon in general is really fun because like, so like on top of like all the shoes and everything like that, like I talked about in the last podcast from episode 7, but Hype Lounge is going to be turned into like a streetwear brand. So, like, if I can have, like, my clothing ready by January. So, like, right now I have, which, I don't see happening because once I get all the designs in, and, like, there are 6 concepts.
Time is flying, dude.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know. Dude, it's my birthday it's my birthday in, like, less than a month now. I'm like, yo, that's wild.
It's crazy how quick a month
This year is just going by crazy.
It's almost been a month now since I left, So
yeah, it's insane.
Crazy how time flies.
So
a month is soon to have all that.
Yeah.
But if you did, that'd be sick.
I know. I'm trying. I'm literally trying. Because, like, I'm not trying to make too much revisions. Because, like, the more revisions I do, like, the longer it's going to take. But, like, The other problem
you don't
is
want to do it too fast either.
I don't want to do it too fast because like I don't want to rush because like I'm paying for something that they're better at than I will ever be. So I'm just like, okay, but so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Then I'll just go to another sneaker con because like if like the streetwear brand like clothing takes off, then like I'm gonna start traveling to like sneaker cons and like bringing all that stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
So
hell yeah.
And then so back to the gumball machine. $318, 6 pounds worth of gumballs, and the machine is gorgeous. Like I took it out. I took off like the because it didn't come in like plastic that I had to like tear. It was like one of those ones you can just like take off and put back on.
It was open on one side.
It was open on one side, yeah. And I looked at it and I was like, yo, like that price point is so good that I literally could not pass it up.
How much was it?
So it was $298 before everything. So it was like $318 in total.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like
around 300.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
like,
bad.
yo, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Like a real functioning gumball with like gumball machine that is gorgeous.
Dude, 1,000% you could sell $5 gumballs. 1,000% and make your money back, make profit off of what you spent on the machine. 1,000%.
Yeah, because I don't know how many it's 6 pounds of gumballs.
I wonder if you could. Do you think you could re-up on gumballs? Do they sell gumballs so it's ugly?
I mean, someone would have to sell it separately. I don't think they sell them like.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would have been smart of them.
Knockoffs.
Yeah, it probably would have been smart of them to like make like a separate like package, like accessory deal idea with the gumball machine. But like they probably, because like whenever they do collabs, it's only like for that,
Yeah.
It's not like the Oreos or when they were selling like the Supreme Oreos that like they made a lot of packages because like it was only for them. So like I don't know, but that probably would have been smart. But it all depends because like how many people you think are gonna eat 6 pounds worth of Supreme gumballs?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Like,
I mean, if they're not selling,
that's a lot of gumballs
out at conventions.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6 pounds of gumballs is a lot for a family to consume. Like,
but like the cool thing was like if you're like one of those people that have like vending machines, and like you have like the candy machines, like you could sell the gumballs for like $1.20, like $1, 75 cents.
Designer, dog.
They're designer.
Yeah,
dude, they're super clean. I was so happy when it came in, like, and I look at it like I've probably looked at it like 10 times. It's just so gorgeous. It blows my mind. So another cool thing that I actually copped 2 of actually was a Supreme inflatable snowman.
Okay.
So it's one of those like Christmas like decorated, and the thing's actually like probably.
You got that?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
For real?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. Yeah, it's super sick.
2 of the same one?
Yeah, so they're the same design.
That's cool.
Yeah, same design. So it's
a snow. What you bought it? It got approved. You bought it again?
So I actually bought 2 in the same cart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just like bought 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
So it was on a restock. So like I ended up getting 2 of them. And
okay.
Yeah, so it's a Supreme box logo at the bottom, and then the snowman's sitting like laying down sideways on top of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool, and it's actually a really decent size too, and it's air inflatable, so like it runs itself. You don't got.
Are you gonna put them up in the yard?
No.
Are you gonna put one up in the yard?
No,
put one up for sale and put one up in the yard?
No, I'm gonna sell both of them.
Okay.
I mean, they were about $100.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
each?
I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saved on shipping because like they were in the same cart.
Yeah.
So like I didn't have to pay extra shipping. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So
that's dope.
I was really excited for those things to come in. And then
did you look at them? Did you like take them out?
Nah, because they're in their boxes.
You don't want to?
Nah, because
man, I really want to see one of them.
So, yeah, they fold them. They fold them a certain way. So like getting back in the box would like ruin the box, and the box looks all trashy and nah. But
you're not trying to sell one lightly used.
No, because we're not even decorating the house here. Like usually we have in the past like couple years, but like this year not really.
Well, one day there's gonna be a day where we can just design or decorate our entire houses. You know what I'm saying? Just deck that shit out.
Yeah, one day. Yeah.
Today's not the day. This
not
is
this year.
Resale day. Yeah,
not a good year. Not a good year. And then
that's cool though.
Yeah, so Supreme's been heavy. Oh, and then this past week, I just showed you, but I got that Nuns t-shirt.
I like that.
Bro, I can't wait. I can't wait. The design's gonna be
Lesbo nuns. Lesbian nuns.
Yo, that's gonna be wild.
It's one nun smashing another nun.
It was
and there's a cross that says "bitches, son."
Yeah, it was done by Sean Cliver. So he's been doing a lot of designs for Supreme this year, which is really nice because I like him as a designer because he does Nike SBs as well. So like they've been doing a lot of work together this year.
I like Deviant cartoons.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he's definitely edgy, and I don't know, Supreme. Like I really like when Supreme's edgy. Like they have a lot of stuff that's just like that makes you like people look, and they're like
the double
whoa.
look, you know?
Yeah, like they're like, wait a second, what?
If someone takes a double look, it's art.
100%. Because like I wore it because like I have the little Kim T-shirt, you know, where she's like squatting down or like, you know, her legs are open.
Yeah.
But, like obviously she's wearing clothes, but like I've had people like look multiple times. They're like, wait a second, what is that? Like I've had people like, you know, compliment it and been like, like
hot stomach, bro.
Yeah, you know, this is just like word, you know. But like I like Supreme being edgy.
You got a hot shirt.
They're definitely like they're better when their stuff is more edgy. Mm-hmm. Than when like they go kind of simple. Mm-hmm. But so this season's been really good in my opinion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've had some good stuff. It has some really good stuff.
Yeah, and the season's not even done yet. Next week they have the teacup set and they have a race car, like a remote control race car.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that should be. I mean, I would expect that to be about like between $200 and $300 retail. I think. I think I could be wrong. It might be $158, but they tend to stick. Like they won't do like $168. They'll do like $158 and like they'll do $298 instead of like, you know, $300. Like they'll like keep it like
it might be like $258 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
$258.
That's
what $158.
$288. $298.
Yeah, like they'll do something like
might
that.
Might be like $298 because that's a pretty interactive piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got like where the tire, like the wheel is the remote control.
Those are so cool.
Yeah.
Those are so dope.
And I believe it's a NASCAR car.
And there's like a trigger and like one way is forward
I think
the
so.
Other way is backwards.
Yeah, I
and
believe
the knob,
so.
Like turns it. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, because they had the I saw the picture, they had the car and then they had like that control.
Yeah, that's
remote
cool.
Control, yeah. So I'm kind of excited to see what that retail is. I mean, I probably won't get it because there's nothing else I really want from this week. And then the only other thing that I copped. Oh well, no. There's a few other things. Was the Supreme? No, not Supreme. I have Supreme on my head right now. But Drake had an Air Force One come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got one of those.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be different, but I think they ended up changing it up because like it was for a Certified Lover Boy album, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe.
CLB.
Yeah, because like the toe box was supposed to be like perforated hearts, but I believe that's why it got delayed. Was because they ended up going away from that design and they ended up like doing a different toe box. But there are two versions of the shoe. You have the special box and then you have like the regular box. I just got the regular box, but the box is super sick. It's like this like light blue, not light blue, but it's a nice tinted blue. Okay. It's really good. And then I also copped 2 pairs of the recently Bad Bunny forums from Adidas. So even though I don't like Adidas like that, Bad Bunny's, you know, he's got good shoes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you
can't argue with that, you know?
No, definitely. I've looked at his other shoes and they're actually really sick. They actually did him a good silhouette. So.
Yeah. I just saw those Drake ones. It's got like the signature on the side.
The signature on the side. What does it say on the side? Is it love? It says something on the side.
Love you forever.
Love you forever. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's what it says. That's
right. They were supposed to come out like last year, but I believe they got delayed because they didn't want to do the perforated hearts because it would have been a whole, I think like float up production or something like that.
Oh, like in the toe.
It's a toe box, yeah.
Instead of circles.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice.
I believe that's what it was supposed to be. That's what I've heard. Obviously, it could have been rumors, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone finds out something some way.
Yeah, for real.
So.
Okay, those are pretty clean.
Yeah, it's super. They're actually like really clean. I wish I would have got them in a 10.5. But like my birthday's coming up, so I mean we've already talked about it. So.
Yeah. Everybody's birthday's coming up. It's January.
Yeah,
January's birthday season.
So I'm just gonna wait for my birthday and just buy the 2 pairs and buy. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find Supreme overalls, so I just gave up on that. But I was at our mall like a couple weeks ago, and I actually found a pair of overalls, a pair of black overalls.
Yeah,
clean. Yeah.
Yeah, overalls are in, man. People wear overalls these days.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on that trend.
That's cool. Do you still have those?
No, I sold them.
You already know exactly what I'm talking about, dog.
I sold them.
Damn.
I couldn't pass up on the price, so I sold them.
Yeah, it was a good offer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Because I bought them really cheap.
Chuck Taylors?
Very bittersweet. Because, like, so when I was at the event, because, like, the last event I went to was in Tampa, right? And it was, like, near the end of, like, the day, and I'd already had, like, I mean, I'm a humble person, but I already had, like, $4,500 in my pocket. Like, $4,500, like, $5,000 in my pocket, right? And, like, he looked at him, and, you know, we're negotiating back and forth. And he's like, I'm going to be back. I'm like, okay, I'll be here for another, like, 2 hours, you know, whatever. And he ends up coming, like, the last, like, 30 minutes. And I'm like, damn it. Damn it.
Now I have to talk to him.
Now I got to talk to him again. So I ended up selling to him, you know, for a good price. Because I already got him for a good price. You know, I sold him for a good price. But I was like, man.
Jeez.
I was like, man.
You didn't want to let him go.
I mean, I did and I didn't. Because I'm like, okay. You know, if I just hold him to my birthday, you know, okay. But I was like, I'll just rebuy a pair. Cause like
you were low key hoping that
I was low key hoping he
held
didn't
out
show back
until
up.
your birthday.
Yeah. Cause like I wasn't pushing him too hard, you know, but like
birthday gift.
Yeah. So it is because I would have just taken him, whatever. Cause I already paid for him for a good price. So like I would have gotten myself a good price because I paid, because I bought him in like a small like bulk deal. So like. It would have been straight either way.
Buy him and resell him and then buy him again for your birthday at full price.
Yeah, I mean, low key, like I was
from
trying
the
to
same guy, yo.
Like low key, they don't come for sale that often, even though like they're not crazy priced either. But like they don't come for sale that often. I don't see too many for sale, and I'm always looking,
Yeah.
And like I just don't see them. Obviously, we've talked about it again, but like I can always go to an app and buy them. But I'm like, I'd rather buy them from somebody, because like first of all, I'll get them quicker, and if I've dealt with that person before, then I know like I don't have to worry about it. But like I know how to just check my stuff. Yeah. Like that's what I always do. It just comes with everything I do. So I'm just like, okay,
It's probably cheaper to find it outside of an app.
Oh, 100%. I'll save like easily like between $50 and $70.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I mean, if I have to, I will, because, like, whatever, it's for me. But, like, if I can buy them off somebody and make them a little bit of money, sure, cool.
Yeah.
Cool with it. I just got to find my size again. That's going to be the hard part.
You're going to be, like, 85, and you're going to be like, I should have never sold them. Damn, Chuck Taylors.
You hear that, Natalie? I should have never sold them. She's going to hear me. She's going to hear me when I'm, like, 45, because, like, when I'm 45, she's going to be like 2021. And I'm going to be like, when I was a young kid, I sold a pair I wish I never sold. She's going to be like, not this story again. Jeez.
Yeah, for real. Not the Chuck Taylors again.
Not the Chuck Taylors again, Dad. But, yeah, so, I mean, it was bittersweet, but... And I found the overalls like a couple weeks after I went to the event. So I was like, man, if I would have known, I would have just came here and bought them. But the cool thing is I found the overalls. So what I'm going to do, because for the streetwear brand, I'm going to custom design my own overalls just for me. So
cool.
Like, I'm going to just go all out. Actually I already have the idea for it. But like, I've actually said it before, but using the name Hype Lounge and just different fonts all over, just like have like, in like, imagine like a small square, just having like 6 different calligraphies of Hype Lounge and just doing that all over the place.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
cool.
gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do for
Really cool.
my overall idea. Because it's just gonna be
Different color overalls.
I think I'm gonna just do black, and I'm just gonna do
Bright yellow. Bright yellow overalls with black lettering.
If I can find the overalls in a yellow, then yes. But like that's the only two colors I found were black and just regular denim.
Yeah.
So like now if I could find like a white pair of overalls, I would dye them yellow.
Yeah.
Or like dye them like purple and yellow and see what like kind of color combination that would work. Or like just do like
purple yellow tie dye.
Yes, that'd be really sick. And then do like the calligraphy in colors that are like super bright.
Yeah.
Like bright pink, red, green, blue
on
top of the purple and yellow because like they'd really stick out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like black wouldn't be, it'd just be too
black
weird.
Would be on solid yellow.
Yeah, it would have to be on solid yellow, and I think with the purple and yellow, it wouldn't look that good. Yeah. So like if I did blue, red, green, and like hot pink, that'd work really well. Because like blue and red would make the purple, blue and green make the yellow.
Yep.
And then just the bright pink, because why not?
Hot pink looks good with those colors.
Yeah.
Hot pink, purple, yellow.
So
those, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's something I'm doing, and then like for
cool, I like that. I would rock me a pair of
for like my family, I'm doing a friends and family like design that I'm pay just to have so they can have their own pieces that no one else will have.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna do something
family 101s.
Yep.
One of ones. Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be after I launch it. Like after I get these 6 designs done, because then and then in like 6 months I'm gonna do like another 6 designs, and then after that blah blah blah. So
hell yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a streetwear brand that people will know. I already have models set up. I already have a photographer set up. Like I already have everything already like planned out. Like I've already been talking to people. So once I get designs, I just have to get them. So my graphic designer actually has already like reached out to like companies to get everything like printed, like on the t-shirts and everything like that. So
hell yeah.
And actually
he's got like companies that he goes through.
Well, actually he actually so when I met my graphic designer, because I've been looking one for a long, long time, someone local, because like I always told him like, it's super easy to send it out to someone, but like we've actually like talked, we had like a 2-hour conversation in like Starbucks, just like talking about, cause like he had done my logo, my overall logo, which will go on my bags and packaging and stickers and, all that stuff. Cause like I'm going to start doing my own packaging, boxes, stickers, pins, on just that logo, so my logo will be on everything I send out, And so I was like, yeah, I might as well, because like I always wanted to do my own clothing line, but like I'm like, why not just attach it to Hype Lounge, a name people already know? I'm like, I'll just make it a streetwear brand, but I'm also like, reselling. And
yeah,
that's what a lot of companies
really good idea.
That's what a lot of companies already do. Like Undefeated and stuff like that. They sell Nikes, but they also do their own collabs and everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I mean, who knows? Like, if I'm, good enough and, like, I reach out to, like, say, like, Supreme or, something like that. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's good? So, like, that's, like, 5 years down the line. Who knows, Or someone now reaches out to me because, like, I come out of nowhere and they're, like, Hype Lounge. Like, and I'm coming out with all these designs that I've personally have made myself.
You up, they like your stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's where I'm gonna start using the website again for all the clothing.
They reach out to you. They like your personality. They like how you do business. You know what I mean?
So like, thinking about that direction, I already have like a lot of that planned out. But it's just getting everything printed now and finding out what the minimums are gonna be. But like my graphic designer, when we were talking, I'm like, yo, this is what I want to do, because if you can make my designs, then I can do everything else. But he's like. He actually ironically wanted to get into printing as well. So like if he can print all my things and make my designs, then yeah. You're local. Yeah. I can show up at any time and be like, hey, like how's it going? Blah blah blah. Then yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So like he's been researching that and everything like that. I'm like, yo, like what did I just do? Like what did I accidentally do that I've been searching for a very long time? So, like, because, like, I'll probably have my designs, I'm thinking by, like, late December. I mean, even though we're already, like, December 19th, I should have by, like, the 30th or January 1st, middle of January. So that's where I'm kind of thinking, like, if I don't do the SneakerCon, I focus on the clothing line, then I can bring it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And then get everything printed and go through that, or just find someone that I know local that does like printing that just needs an image and they can do everything else. And I just come with like the clothing and, be like, hey, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. So there's still some moving parts, but like once we get the designs and like it literally will not matter. So like I'm just waiting for that. And then
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if he starts printing.
Yeah. He's a super cool guy too. Like I'm so glad I met him. Like it literally blown me away. I was just like, yo, like what did I do to deserve such a good person to be like, yo, like I'm this? And I'm like, I've been looking for that for so long. Like
a lot of hard work. That's what it is. You kept looking. That's what it is.
Because like I would look every couple months because like if I because I didn't want to burn myself out and I was still focusing on the podcast and shoes. So like I would do that in my free time. Every once in a while I'd go on Facebook and be like, who knows a graphic designer? I'd always, and I think something about Facebook would alert, like because I would always use the word graphic design and I'd always get people that I'm not friends with and just random businesses that would like aren't even in Florida. They're like in like California.
Yeah.
I've never interacted with them. I've never liked their page. They'd be like, oh, I'm a graphic designer, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you local? They're like, no. Then what do you
I would like,
did you read the status? Like, I don't want anyone. I could have done this like 5 years ago, but like I want someone local that I can actually talk to and get my ideas through to you because like there's only so much. Yeah, we can video chat.
Want somebody
but like,
you can build a relationship with.
I like to do things.
Some corporate standard.
Yeah, I like to do things in person. So like, if I can meet with you and talk with you in person, like then you can really understand what I'm like saying. Because I can video FaceTime you and all that, but like there's still that disconnect. Even though we're like face to face and over a screen, like if you're sitting next to me shoulder to shoulder, like not shoulder like. We're not touching shoulders, but like you're sitting next to me and I can like really like show you or like really be like, hey, I want this here, blah, blah, blah. That's 1,000 times better.
They can hear your ideas. And they can adjust in front of you,
So I've been working on that. We already have 6 concepts. Like 4 of them are still being worked on. 2 of them are pretty much done. So it's just waiting for all that. But there will be a Hype Lounge streetwear brand in 2023.
Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I low-key...
That's cool, dude.
Low-key, I was doing polls. Because, like, I was trying to figure out what kind of hats I was going to do. And I'm going to do fitted. And, well, I think I'm going to do a crusher for myself. Or, I love crusher hats. So, or crusher boater hats. So, I'm going to do, either a crusher or a boater hat just for myself. And then, I'll probably do, a small line of, crusher and boater hats. And then, do, a small line of strap. But, most people like fitted. And then I'm going to do, sweats instead of... Well, I might do some joggers, but I think people like sweats better than joggers. So that's where I'm leaning.
You think so?
Well, so I was doing the polls, and, I'm not, a super, super popular person. I'm not, celebrity status or anything like that, But, the people I do know, who voted on the thing, they preferred sweats over joggers.
Really?
So, yeah.
How many people was that?
It wasn't, probably, somewhere in the range of, 10 to 15 people.
I think if you did a larger poll, probably you'd find that people like joggers more, honestly. I don't.
Well, because I was just doing it on Instagram, the 100-some followers I have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because, I haven't moved it over. I haven't done any polls for, for my business account yet because I'm trying to get a feel of everything from, on a personal level rather than, the business at the moment. Because, I know, I already know what's going to kind of, happen is that, I'm probably going to sell, mostly local at first. Try and get a feel for it before I really start, branching outward. Because I could,
So you got to appeal to your local market.
That's what I'm trying to do first, yeah. Before I go on the Hype Lounge page and, start, doing all that. I was trying to feel it out. And they were just, low-key, quick polls, nothing crazy.
Yeah. I would do both.
Well,
honestly.
I think I'm going to do, a small line of joggers and, stick with the sweats.
Because I think there's going to be just as many people who see that design on sweatpants are going to be like, damn, I wish I had that on joggers. And then they're going to see it on joggers. The same amount of people are going to see it on joggers and be like, damn, I wish I see that on sweatpants.
Yeah, so like I think eventually like I'm going to do both, just like one smaller than the other, cuz like I don't want to do, cuz like, you know, if it doesn't work, I don't want to have like, you know, like 100 pairs of sweats and 100 pair of joggers that I can't wear. Price. You know, so it's just like So I'll probably do like a small run, maybe of like both, and see, you know, what goes on. But like, yeah, the designs
cool.
are
Hell yeah. Big things coming 2023 Hype Lounge streetwear brand.
Yeah, because I wanted to be like a clothing line. I wanted to be like a streetwear brand. Like there's already like some of the designs I have are gonna be like they're bulling, you know. So
yeah, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, so it's been a busy couple weeks, and you know I've been selling mad pairs in between that, and you know buying mad stuff. So I think I have like 3. I had a package come today, and I got like 2 more tomorrow, and I think like 1 more this week.
Jeez.
So I've been just like, I think the other day I had like 6 packages at my side door when I showed up. I was out somewhere and I showed up and I just walked in the house with like 6 boxes. I'm like, okay.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, word. So,
hell yeah, that's awesome. So the wheels are rolling.
Yeah, I mean they're always rolling. Yeah, especially when I'm at work and I'm like, you know, walking like say from the front to the back. Like that's how I came up with one of the ideas. Was I was just like, like, yeah, that'll work.
The machine's getting bigger.
Oh, 100%.
The machine's going and it's getting. The machine's going and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I decided to start me a little business. I put in for my LLC last Thursday. And they said between 1 and 2 business days, so that would be
it doesn't take long.
Today.
Well, did you make sure that no one else had the name or anything like that?
Yeah, that's what they checked for. Okay. I did. They recommended on the website that you do a little search for it first. That's what I did. And there's all kinds of different stuffs like Mr. C this and Mr. C that, like Mr. Composer and Mr. You know whatever the hell else it might be. But no, there's Mr. Cleans, Mr. Clean, shit like that. But mine is Mr. Clean Your Stuff.
Mr. Clean Your Stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Clean Your Stuff, man. You want me to clean your car? I'm going to clean your outside of your house. I'm going to clean your lawn. Everything outside, basically, I do. I'm not running an inside maid service. At first, I wanted to clean the inside of homes. And one of my buddies was like, honestly, dude, I think most people would think it's weird that a big, strong man is cleaning inside houses. I was like, and Sophia actually brought up the point that, you know, like women who want to hire people to clean their house would probably be more intimidated by the services of a man, and like there would just be a smaller market if that was part of my business.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
You know, it's not. Kind of sounds sexist, but it's not really sexist. It's just kind of honest that, like, you know, people want to see probably a woman cleaning inside the house more than a man, or probably trust a woman is probably the better word. Not see, probably trust a woman, you know, to be alone with them, you know, in their home cleaning and stuff like that.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but
you know, they don't want to see some big, strong, chubby guy fucking cleaning ceiling, dusting ceiling fans and shit like that. So
I'm sure once they got to know you, they'd be like, okay, this guy's he's good. You know?
Yeah, but a lot of, you know, business has to do with like looks and stuff like that. My personality isn't. I don't think my personality is intimidating, but you know, by first glance, like if I'm knocking on the door trying to pass out flyers to you and you've never seen me before, and I'm like, let me come in and clean your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit. I don't know if I want this big ass
weirdo
dude who just knocked on my door to come inside and clean my house, you know?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think I'm ixnaying that part of it. And I'm glad to get the feedback on it. But I'm doing auto detailing, pressure washing, and lawn care. And I've been starting that up, man. I've cleaned like 5 or 6 cars so far.
That's a good start.
I just cleaned the shit out of my car. I have to
gotta make sure your product works, right?
yeah. Oh, they work too. And everybody, I shit you not, that everybody except my mom, whose car I've cleaned so far has told me that I'm better than the last person who cleaned their car. my mom. I got done with my mom's car, and she was like, "The door jams are dirty." I was like, "Shit."
Hey, I mean, sometimes critics like that
Yeah.
can be your best friends.
But on the next car, you know what I did? I cleaned the door jams.
Exactly.
But so far, everybody that I've cleaned so far said that I was better than the last person who did it. So
Well, that's good. That's a really good start.
I try to do a good job. I'm not gonna sell my services just for the money. I'm gonna do the best that I can.
Mm-hmm.
For whomever I'm serving. So I take pride in that. So and I'm glad to be doing that. It's one thing I realized is that there's a community out there that I can serve, and I don't have to serve the man. You know what I mean? I can serve myself.
Yeah, you are the
I
man.
can serve the people. I can be the man. You know what I mean?
You are the man.
I can be the man.
Exactly.
So I started me an LLC, and I am Mr. Clean Your Stuff. I'm gonna come clean your yard. I'm gonna come pressure wash your driveway. I'm gonna clean you up. Clean your car. Honestly, I felt like a whole new man when I detailed my car. I've got this little deep stain removal machine, and it makes your shit look so brand new. It's crazy.
That's good.
Like, honestly, you ever washed your dog and like right when it's dry you hug it and it's like warm and soft and fuzzy? It smells so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it makes your carpets in your car. I shit you not.
No, I'm sure it does.
Like
I'm sure
random
it does.
people's ass carpets in their car. After I clean them, it smells so good.
That should be your infomercial.
Hell yeah.
We should make it like a small commercial.
Commercials are coming, dog. Right when I get approval, it's going to be a shitstorm of marketing and social media and all kinds of different crazy. I have so many ideas. Mr. Clean Your Stuff superhero. Oh my God. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Of course it's a superhero. That's like the most iconic design,
Oh, it's coming, dog. So yeah, keep your eye out. And I've just been working hard this past couple weeks on that, man, trying to figure out what I want to do, taking Uber orders. I didn't want to work for the man anymore. I've been doing it for so long. It's been a damn decade now, working my damn ass off for the man. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed to not have had to pay for college to learn everything that I know. I learned business, I learned restaurants, and I didn't have to pay for it at all.
Yeah.
So
I
got paid to do it. I went the hard route.
Yeah, I think a life experience sometimes can be better than reading it off a page, depending on what you want to do, because like there are some things you really have to read off a page to really learn.
Yes,
but like when it comes to business and like real life experiences, firsthand, like doing it in person firsthand will always be better.
Yeah, there's plenty of special skills that you need school for, but there's plenty of special skills that you learn better outside of school.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I would say that honestly, business
and
sales you need experience.
Well, yeah,
for,
like trade work, stuff like that,
yeah.
where you're like really hands on and like you learn tips and like good tricks how to do things that you'll never be able to read off a book, off a page, So I definitely agree with that.
Yep, and you can go to school for 6 years, and then you can hire your first employee, and then they can treat you like shit and question everything you do, and then you're like, oh shit. Holy shit, people are a lot different than I thought. I thought I got out of college and I'm the boss now, and people don't respect me because I have a piece of paper on my wall. No, those things are learned,
Yeah.
So you can go to school for 6 years, or you can work for 6 years, and after that period of time, one of them leads you into a better direction, in different paths.
Yeah,
like if you want to be a doctor,
yeah.
if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be
an engineer, architect,
obviously
things
go
like
to
that.
school.
Yeah,
obviously, I'm not telling people don't go to school, but for business, sales, marketing, stuff like that,
it's definitely learned. It's definitely learned in the real world.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Everyone would be.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
And I have no college debt, but honestly, I feel like those people pay for partying, and I didn't get the party experience. I didn't get the like dorm rooms and like we're gonna have like party games and shit like that. I partied in high school, and I go to parties every now and again, but like I didn't experience that side of life, and like that humongous network of college friends that people have. I don't have that, so I guess that's an experience that people pay for and value.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's just a college experience. It's like a lot of time after college, like it's not like that,
Yeah. So I didn't have that. I don't have those memories, but honestly, I've got a lot of memories of my own.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it
that
doesn't
I'm
matter
happy
how you
about.
did it, but you did it.
Yeah. So here I am, and I can't work for the man anymore. He done taught me too much.
Man.
You know?
He done taught me too much.
And didn't pay me enough. That's the thing, is he taught me too much, and I would have
Yeah.
stayed with the man if he paid me enough, but he didn't.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles,
just
my
fucking
friends.
didn't. So
That's how when
now
the dominoes fall.
I'm the man. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Out here on my own, you know.
Yeah.
So if you need it, you know, call me. call me. You know, hit me up on Instagram, drewgill.culture. DM me if you need your car clean. You know.
Are you gonna do like a separate like Facebook and like?
Absolutely. Yeah,
you should do a
absolutely,
TikTok as well. That's
I'm
really
gonna do
popular.
all business related media kind of stuff, but
TikTok
I just
is
gotta
really
wait till
big.
it's approved.
Yeah,
But,
TikTok is really big.
you know, I have a TikTok and I have not posted. I've gone to like post shit. I've like videoed myself doing different things, and I've never hit the post button on TikTok. And honestly, like, for whatever reason, it sounds weird, but like I can't figure this shit out. I can't figure like out what people like about it. I don't get it. I don't know how to operate it that well.
It's super trendy, man.
It's
know.
weird to me.
It's really
It's
good.
weird to me.
It's really good for business marketing.
Yeah, and
Super
everybody's telling me,
I can't
TikTok, and I'm like,
can't.
I don't know how, dude.
I've never
I'm
downloaded
sorry.
it. I've never downloaded it, but
Don't really know how.
every time I say like I don't have a TikTok, they're like, it's really great, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I can show it to you. It's weird, dude.
I've seen it because like I've seen people like on TikTok, but like,
and I don't like that when I open it up. Like I have to be looking at someone's shit. Like there it is. Automatically, I'm just looking at someone's shit. There's no other option. So it's like, I don't know. I guess just kind of like sensory overload right off the bat, and then
yeah, I don't know.
Go to add something, and there's all that shit, all these different options.
Well, because like it's all the different like editing tools.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's almost.Maybe it's too much for me.
Maybe
it's
too
just
old.
like there's not.
You're getting too old.
I'm not too old. There's just too many options. I'm too.
That's what an old person.
I'm too simple.
That's what an old person says.
No, I'm not old. Just simple.
There are too many options.
We're not ageist here.
There are too many options, Sonny. There are too many options.
No.
I like my simple life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just too simple for all that. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe I think so complex that I can't do complex things. Maybe. You know.
Sure. We'll go with that. Okay. He's too old. Guys.
It's the complexity is so inside my head that I can't.
Too logical for a simple app. Too logical.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. That's what it is.
Well, but no, like if you ever like do take the time to learn it, like from what I've heard and understand and how the algorithm works.
I'll learn it. I'll make the point to learn it and use it as a tool because
how the algorithm works, it's really good for beginner accounts. And the business like marketing is like, from what I heard, like super on point.
Yeah,
it's like one of the best ones right now.
I'll save a whole bunch of money and do a bunch of jobs 1 week and just sit down for like a whole week and a half and figure out TikTok.
A whole week and a half. Jeez. Like, do they
Grandpa's
got classes? Like,
I was this old dog's gonna learn that new trick.
You might have to check to see if Google has like TikTok classes or what's going on.
Oh, I can go to YouTube. How to TikTok? You know what I mean?
How to TikTok?
I could probably look up on TikTok how to TikTok.
Oh, 100%.
I know how to navigate TikTok. I just don't know how to.
You know, somebody definitely made like a guide for made a guide for TikTok.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like 100%. You know that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's how someone else got famous, was a guide for TikTok, for TikTokers.
Yeah, exactly.
And they became famous off TikTok.
Reacting to the guide for TikTok.
Yeah. Yo, that's never made sense to me. Like, why are you reacting with no sound?
Dude, people are famous for just videoing themselves reacting to other people's videos.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, you have to be really enthusiastic, I feel like. Because, like, I've seen some of them, and they're just awful.
Yeah.
Like, your facial expressions didn't change. They did nothing. Like, what are you doing? Like, you okay? Like, you're all right?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean,
I couldn't do that for hours. I don't think I could just watch videos all day and video myself reacting to it for hours. That would be tough for me. I get antsy sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think I could, but like, I don't think I'm.
That's not the life for me.
Nah. maybe maybe when I'm old and like I'm really old and like the times have really changed.
Yeah,
and
when
like,
I'm like 90 and we
yeah,
live to like
200 years
and
old.
like
Yeah.
I have a whole nother life that people have never had before ahead of me.
Yeah. So
maybe
it's like
I'll turn over a new leaf.
now we'll do the reaction videos of when like my lifetime. People
The videos from the 90s.
Yeah, the people like lose their minds. Because I mean, think about it. Like in the year like 2090, we're definitely gonna be talking about the stuff from like the 1990s.
Yeah, they're gonna
Like,
last century.
Yeah, like.
And we have the potential. We'll be really old. But it happens. It is possible that we could live to see 3 centuries, the end of one, all of one, and the beginning of another.
If you play your cards right.
You'd have to play those cards super right.
Yeah, like you would, and just hope
like
that something
really
comes out.
You'd
like
have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away.
Yeah, because
I
mean,
run,
like think about it.
mean?
So like I'm 25 right now.
Because you'd have to be like 103 for that to happen.
Well, yeah. So like I'm 25. Well, like I'm 25 right now. So in like 70 years, it'll be 2092, and I'll be 95 years old. So like if I can just last until like 21, so like if I can last till I'm 103.
Yeah.
103
I gotta
years
go to
old.
105, baby.
103 years old. Yeah, I'll see the 1990s end, the whole 2000s, and then I'll see 21.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Year 2100.
Like that's actually really crazy to think about. Like
I've thought about that.
I've never really thought about that. Like that's insane. Because like 70 years from now, like what's gonna happen? 70.
That shit?
What's gonna happen?
Life
70
is going so fast.
That's crazy.
70 years from now is a lot of time in our time now.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
I want to call it 2000s time because after the year 2000, things have just gone so. I mean, we are taking people. We took freaking celebrities to the moon. We're driving celebrities to the moon. You know what I mean? And like we've got a spaceship out there taking pictures of like the universe and like galaxies and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like we have telescopes on moons of Saturn.
It's like the Hubble telescope. Like they thought the guy was crazy for pointing it into complete blackness for 30 some years. And then, like, they found out, like, he wasn't insane, and, like, we found more galaxies.
Yeah.
Like, they literally were like, this guy's insane for doing that.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not. And then we found out there were, like, a bazillion more galaxies in that direction because it was pointed there so long. All the light in those however many years it was pointed that direction just captured it all. And we're just like...
There's a robot that's a citizen.
Like, what?
There's a robot that's a citizen of like 11 different countries.
Yeah, no, I'm good on the robots.
Her name's Sophia, dog.
I think I've heard.
It really is.
I think I've heard of that before. It's like one of those robots that are like superhuman-like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Have people never seen like
tell stories and learn things?
That's
and,
insane.
Like,
yeah,
tells jokes and stuff like that.
I'm good. You see that new movie that actually is coming out? Something about she's a doll of some sort, or no, a robot, and like she ends up like being like evil from what I've seen from the trailers and like killing people. Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no, it's. But I mean, like it goes back to like iRobot, that show Black Mirror or whatever was on Netflix.
Oh. I can't remember. Did you see the Bicentennial Man movie with Robin Williams where he played the robot?
I don't think so, no.
That was a good movie.
Well, there's another movie. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. I literally can't think of it right now.
We saw Avatar 2.
Okay,
Way of Water. Have you seen it?
I've never seen the first one.
Oh, neither had she.
I had never seen the first one.
Jeez.
Nah, I never bothered watching the first one.
You got to watch it. It's good. They're good to me. I mean, if you don't like them, then fuck you. Whatever. But.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I said that the other day. I was with some friends, and I'm like, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to see this movie." I'm like, Yeah, no, I can't go see it because I've never seen the first one. Everyone's like, what
You
do you
can see
mean?
this is one of those movies where, and I said it to Sophia.
Is it not a
because-
sequel?
because
Like,
it is a sequel, but
like not
it's
one
kind
of
of
the
like Star Wars where you can start on any of them. You just start somewhere and fill in the blanks, back watch, watch forward. There's so many different Star Warses. You get the gist of the story by just watching any of them, and then you can watch whatever part of the story you want after that. But it's good. It's you totally are drawn in by it. You understand what's going on. You don't really get the backstory. You don't understand how the characters develop, but from the start of the movie, you can be drawn in from never watching the first one. You know what I mean? It could be its own first movie. You know what I mean?
Word. Okay.
Without knowing how. It could have been the first one, and the first movie could be the second one and be a prequel just as much as the other way around. You know what I mean?
So I realized what I was thinking about earlier, and it was
Oh,
yo,
did you forget again?
yo,
The Netflix show
Terminator.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking about.
yeah,
Terminator.
Terminator.
Yeah. Skynet and all that, and like they realized, like they're the ones that created their own demise and all that.
Yeah, that's some spooky shit, dude. Because they're doing a lot with AI.
I know it's not good.
No,
AI is not good.
like they're making them think for themselves, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Cause like Google actually made an AI. They ended up shutting it down because they realized it was starting to talk with other networks without them being there.
Well, and they're making these things self-aware.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Why? Like, why?
Like
why?
these,
Why you gotta
these
make it
things
self-aware?
are afraid of
For what?
dying.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Because that's literally how, like, because like at one point, because like now, how everything used to be run on Java, like.
Yeah.
And that's not so much the case anymore because like they've learned like there are other things you can do other than Java. But like at one point, like Java's big thing was that like we're on 3 billion devices. Like, like 20 years ago, like that wasn't a big deal. But like now it's like, yo, like that's too many devices.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're on 3 billion devices. Like that's crazy. Like if anything were to ever happen, say like Java got infected, with like some virus that we made by accident or someone made and got out of control, blah, blah, blah. Like, now you have 3 billion devices infected. Like, you can't get rid of that.
Yeah, there's not much going back,
So, like, it's kind of good that we're branching out from having everything in one pot.
Yeah.
But, like, it gets to the point.
Yeah,
it gets to the point where, like, you don't need to make AIs, like, self-aware of, like, what's happening with, like, without them ever seeing
They
it.
don't need to be alive, and they don't need to think that they're alive.
No, like
they
that's
don't
not
need
okay.
to be a person. They don't need to have a personality.
Like, their computer,
they can be a tool. We don't have to create life. You know what I'm saying?
Not out of machine that has no feelings.
Maybe
or emotions.
organic life that we know no matter what we could probably still overpower because we don't want it to overpower us and us die.
Like I'm okay on AI being self-aware. Like I'm good. Yeah, like Google was smart and shut it down, but like they learned that it was like starting to talk with other things and trying to figure out how to not be what it was intended for.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, I'm good on the whole AI being self-aware.
It wants to define its own expiration date.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, that's how you like. You ever seen the movie called GoldenEye? No, is it GoldenEye or is it Golden Eagle? Well, it's a movie with Shia LaBeouf in it, and like the army made like a program that ended up like becoming self-aware, just how iRobot became self-aware, and like it learned how to like manipulate people and control people into what it wanted to be done.
Yeah,
and like it could control like the outside world. Like there's a scene where like Shia LaBeouf is like driving in the car with like the person that like the other person, not the machine, like the program manipulated into like doing these crazy tasks to get this thing done and all this other stuff, and like it literally controlled the outside world to where like it was like changing like stoplights for them and like doing all these crazy things that like that should not happen. Like,
yeah, like when it wants to make its own decisions and do what it wants
will.
to do,
like that's I'm good, man.
We're gonna be fucked.
What is it? I know I butchered it. I know I got that movie wrong. I want to say it's Golden Eagle. I want to say.
Like if you make 10 of them and you put them all in a room,
GoldenEye.
They're gonna try to figure out.
GoldenEye?
They're gonna try to figure out how to make their own robot species.
Yeah, it's called GoldenEye. It was made in 2008. So this is.
It's not. If they're self-aware, it's not going to take them long to realize that they're smarter than us.
So yeah, this is like, you know, what their like little like thing about the movie. It says Jerry and Rachel are two strangers thrown together by a mysterious phone call from a woman they have never met. Threatening their lives and families, she pushes Jerry and Rachel into a series of increasingly dangerous situations, using the technology of everyday life to track and control their every move. It's like the call they got was from the program that like the army made, and it like became self-aware and like was literally like killing people and making like cars crash into like people and all this other thing. Like It was wild. And at like one point, like they, like the program wanted to like have a bomb set off in like the White House, and they almost got like it almost happened, and like, you know, but like it was wild. And like a program manipulating like real life people, like that should never happen. That should never happen.
Not at all. Like, we don't need them things that much. I mean,
nah. You know, something like Iron Man, like Jarvis, okay, but like at the same time, no, because things can happen. But like, just crazy.
I mean, we could make robots. We could make them be able to do things and
react
to things.
Not like
not like have emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's just complicated. People don't even know how to control their own emotions. You know?
Yeah, not self-aware emotions. Like, you can program them to portray like emotion. You know what I mean? But not have self-aware emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you can program them for like what do they call like dogs that are good for like
emotional support.
Emotional support robots and stuff that could be programmed to portray different emotions for people, but it shouldn't know what it is. It shouldn't know that it shouldn't be alive. It shouldn't think that it's alive or know that it's alive.
That's literally how you
feel pleasure or feel sadness. It shouldn't feel those things. It should
know. It should know how to portray them, but like in good ways.
It should only at most be programmed to portray those. Never feel it. You know.
That's literally Skynet. That's literally every movie that we've ever seen. That everything they think like, hey, we're doing something great, and then like it turns out like they're ravishing killing machines at the end of the day. Like, I'm good.
Well, it's not going to take them when they're self-aware and we program them these things to be this smart. You know, it's not going to take them long to realize, number one, that we're stupider, and number two, that this is a fucked up world. And all people who know that this is a fucked up world want to change it. Yeah. And that thing's going to have a little bit more power too. You know what I mean?
It's going to be quicker about it. Yeah.
And it's not going to think about politics.
No,
you know?
It's not going to discriminate on anything. It's
going
to, yeah, pretty much. It's not going to discriminate no matter
Humans
what.
Humans are dumb.
Yeah. So, but that's wild.
I don't know how we got on that, but no, they're doing some crazy shit though. You know, time. We were talking about how time is moving so fast.
Yeah,
talking about what 70 years from now would look like.
Well, yeah, because
it's gonna look crazy.
It's gonna
dude.
be crazy.
I'm telling you, when we're old, it's gonna be a big difference.
So you know how like when people in the 80s, 70s and 90s were told like they're gonna be like, they talk about like flying cars. You think there's gonna be flying cars eventually?
There is flying cars.
Well,
they're not standardized, but there is.
But I mean, like everyday use, like every day, absolutely. Like the sky is gonna be like the new traffic lanes. And
absolutely,
stuff.
It's if people keep being as selfish as they are, it's going to take the economy a long time to get to that kind of place. But yes, I foresee it happening. You know, I think that with social media, there's a lot of bad, but with social media, there's a lot of good. And I think that there is still more good people. And I think that, you know, people will make something like that happen. But, you know, people will vote to work harder together to make the economy better than they do now eventually.
Well, that idea,
something like that could happen. But I think if people stay super selfish, then maybe it's going to take the economy a long time for something like that to legitimately
Well,
happen.
not even that,
but I do
like,
foresee something like that happening. Yeah.
yeah, I
sure.
mean, like, not even like that, but we're in a stage now where like capitalism is everything. And so, like, in maybe 70 years, like, knowledge will be everything. How knowledge used to be everything, like, way back when, before currency was like actually currency. Like, whoever thought about currency was probably thinking, oh, yeah, and didn't realize that it was going to turn into what it is today, and how rapidly it turned into, like, I hold all the wealth, so I hold all the power.
There might be,
so, like, eventually, if we move away from the capitalistic ideas, then knowledge can flow.
I wish, yeah, for sure. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
And that's
it
what
definitely would.
Because, like, if you ever watch like those, like, if you ever watch like not Star Wars, but like there are certain like shows that kind of portray that, like, where or like most shows where like they learn about other civilizations, like, let's say like Justice League, for instance. How is like the cartoon Justice League, which will always be like the best one ever. It was just way before its like time, before what we have now. Like, you learn about other civilizations, and like other civilizations learned that like money wasn't everything. It was power, knowledge was everything that you could possibly obtain and learn, and you would learn how to control. Knowledge will always be, better than money, because money will eventually, die out.
Knowledge and ability, are the highest powers,
Oh yeah, that's why I always think
and skill.
That's why I always think, like,
are the two highest things that you can have.
That's why I think people were, even though people are smart now, I think when like
people are getting dumber, dude.
Well, I mean,
overall,
obviously, you could. I mean, you might have a point, but I mean, I think that's hard to track.
I think it's splitting in all directions. I think that the smart people are getting smarter, and I think the dumb people are getting dumber. But I think average is getting dumber. I think like average every day.
It's hard to track, because I mean, like,
survival common sense, I think is going down. It's going down. I think social skills might be getting better, but survival skills are
survival skills.
I mean, people are crossing the street, texting, you know what I'm saying, dragging their feet, people are pulling out, not paying attention to what's going on around them, because they're stuck on what's going on. And so people are want to interact with each other so much that they're not even paying attention to their actual lives and what's going on around them. So I think in that sense, and like self-awareness, that's what I'm saying, dude. You make robots that are self-aware, they're going to be way more self-aware than people are, because people are not that self-aware, dude. They're just really not.
I mean, it's hard to say, because, like, overall, like, maybe. But I think it's so hard to
And I think
track.
It's the same thing with money. I think rich people are getting richer, and poor people are getting poorer, And
well, I mean, everything's relevant, so.
Yeah.
It's, like, ironic, like, yeah, everything's relevant to,
like, people who work
situations.
The job that I work now, people who did that 100 years ago could afford nice things for the family and steak dinners and to go on vacations and stuff.
Well, that's
like
just
that.
But what I was gonna say before that is, yeah, people are getting smarter now, but I think people, like, back when, we didn't have everything we have now. I mean, I'm talking like, like the Renaissance age, where, like, sculpting was like, if you were a good sculptor, like, you were like a low key like god. Like, how did someone build this out of that?
How do you do that? Yeah.
So it's like, I think craftsmanship and those type of things, people were godlike in intellectual ability.
Yeah, they just don't make things like they used to.
And I mean, I like art now, but, like, I really like art from back then, because, like, art now is like
forced,
is like cool,
it's like forced, in my opinion.
But it's just like there was just a whole different ball game.
There's not that same like passion.
No,
There's not that same soul and driving passion.
Because, like, I've seen a lot of things where people are like, "Oh, this is my best work," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like, are you sure? Like, are you really sure?
Yeah, best work so far.
It's just like,
is that really your best?
Because, like, and I know you can't compare, but, like, show me something like I just prefer art from back then.
Yeah.
Like I just do.
Yeah.
You just don't see the same.
It's more authentic.
You just don't see. You just don't see the
culture-based,
same.
you know?
You just don't see the same levels anymore. It's just like, because like people are smart now, but like they were just on a whole different ball game.
Yeah, people were
like maybe
in
I've
tune
never
with
seen
themselves,
anyone sculpt anything like Michelangelo, but like, my God, like that the amount of intellectual ability you needed to do that blows a lot of people from now out of the water.
Yeah, and there's and people are getting lazier too. Like you don't have to put in the same work these days that you used to achieve certain things.
Well, I mean, I think
people are getting used to that.
I think the idea has always been work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Because like if you like, and it's been proven, but like I know tons of people who work hard. They work harder than me. They work harder, than a lot of people that I know. But it just doesn't go anywhere. It's not the same.
Working smarter sometimes drives down the quality of things, and I think that's kind of where you're going with art.
Well, I think it can, but I mean, if you're working smarter, then like because like if the quality's going down, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You're not working smarter in that sense.
That's what happens a lot.
I think people take that the wrong way when someone like a kid is like, oh, I work smarter, not harder, and they're like, well, hard work does a lot, but there's a lot of people that I know that, like I said, that work very hard but don't get that appreciation for working hard.
You gotta work smart and you gotta work hard.
So
that's probably why though is that people used to work smart and they used to work hard. And
well, I mean that as well, but
less hard these days, and they're only trying to work smart. That's kind of what I see, these days. Like that's why there's like so much cheap shit. You know what I mean? Like you can buy everything on Amazon, but everything gets like cheap as fuck.
Yeah, because that's just Amazon being Amazon.
Just making,
that's just that's just Amazon going.
Smart,
that's just Amazon going to wherever they can get the lowest price and selling it for the highest margin.
People used to like chisel these chair legs out of wood and shit.
Well, yeah, because
it's the most sturdy chair you could ever sit
doesn't.
On,
I mean, like the quality is different now because like everyone wants everything in like a millisecond. And if you want everything in a millisecond, then you can't get good quality. Yeah. So like they may be working smart, but I think a lot of people who work smart, they come out with quality stuff.
Yeah.
Because like
you still put that work in.
They still put that work in, Yeah. So I think people just take it the wrong way when you hear, like I said, you hear a kid say, "Oh, I work smart, not harder."
Yeah.
Because they expect you to work extremely hard, but they don't you don't get the same appreciation you did, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Even though we're in 2022, but like you used to be a hard worker, like that got you places.
Yep.
Like
That's the world we live in.
Went places. Yep. You work hard now, and you're just another run of the mill person. You're just a hard worker.
Yep.
I hear it all the time. I see people who work hard, and they don't get the appreciation they need.
No, you don't get the appreciation for
so like you start working smart. You start working smarter, and they're like, oh hey, like okay, and you're still producing.
Smarter was quitting my job.
And sometimes that's how it is. That's how it goes.
I couldn't work any smarter and I couldn't work any harder. I mean, I guess they wanted me to work smarter in the sense like, don't put in my opinion, and always
just do it. Yeah,
get dicked up the ass. You know what I mean? But that's not very smart in that circumstance. So for me in that circumstance, working smarter was like, quit working so damn hard and not get the appreciation because you're right. Like,
exactly.
People don't. Like I've experienced that firsthand.
I said, I'll say it again. I know a lot of people who work hard. They work harder than me, and they put in good work, but they just don't get the appreciation they deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say deserve because I'm not saying they're entitled, but
or you have to kiss ass to get that.
Like you get you should get a certain respect for working hard and not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, there are things, and I think also people, like, at the same time, like, if you complain about something, then you want something about it. I think sometimes, when people put in their opinions, and they're like, hey, this could be done this way, I don't like how it is this way, like, you're not complaining. And some people do complain, but I think...
There's a difference between...
I think sometimes there's a respectful criticism.
There's a difference between saying, I can't stand this shit, this place sucks, and and
I wish we did it this way.
we need to do this way.
Yeah,
like
there's
if
a
we do
big
this
difference.
way, we're gonna get this result.
Yeah,
that's working with, and like a lot of these bosses don't want to be worked with. They want to tell you what to do. They want to instill a false sense of pride in you that it's like your operation, and then when you have your own idea, it's not your operation anymore.
It doesn't work for the company,
and they remind you
yeah.
of that. It's not really your store. It's not really your decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what they do, and it's freaky stupid. You know what I mean?
It can be, yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, like I leave the workplace, you leave the workplace. We're just normal people.
Yeah.
We're just normal people at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, and they have so much pride that they can't realize that your opinion might benefit them as well.
Even if you stole my idea, you would still look like a smart person. I'd rather you steal my idea and use the idea than just reject it altogether.
Well, that's what I'm trying. In a lot of circumstances, there would be something I wanted to be made differently.
Because if it's a good idea and it
could be spread across a lot of different places.
Even if you stole it and took the credit for it, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit mad. But now we're using an idea that I came up with that's going to benefit everybody.
Yeah. So I know
I'd rather be.
It was,
I know it was my plan.
And I still benefit the way that we should benefit from it.
Like if people it kind of sucks to say, but like that happens. Some I'm sure a lot of the times happens quite a bit.
Well, yeah, and they have so much pride that like they can't realize I'm on the same page as them. I have the same goal, and I'm disagreeing with you respectfully because like I think that my opinion will benefit the people we're both trying to benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little bit better. You know what I mean? And just because it's not your idea, and you can shoot me down, but you don't have to yell and scream about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think
you don't have to demean me or tell me if I don't like it to quit my job.
Because I will.
Because I'm going to. You tell me that I'm gonna. And I did.
I'm a creative genius. Okay, like I'll figure it out. I'm
offering up something that could ease your mind and make your job easier, and you're so threatened by it that you say, if I don't like it, quit my job.
Yeah, no, that's just poor management. That's just poor.
It's pride.
It's just poor social skills. It's just poor social skills. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if you can't accept other ideas that,
But it's bred from people not getting shit for their hard work and like someone who works their way through their ranks and persevered through
because imagine, you work in a company, you've been there for 5 years, right? So like say you're working in a company for 5 years, but someone else has been there for 20 years, and they were thinking the same way you were thinking, but because of somebody above them when they first started
allowed themselves to get bullied.
Exactly. Yeah. And then now they're in the position to like someone shot down their ideas. So well, they're like, oh well, no.
Now I have to do that.
Now I feel it. Now I can do that, or and it's still the false sense of pride.
It's a false sense of pride, and they probably
that's
what their job is too. Like my job is to just say what because I earned this shit. Now I'm the boss, and I just say what to do, and it happens.
Yeah, because
that's not the world.
But
we live
it
in
usually
anymore.
It just falls. It's just something that falls. It's just a big domino effect. In some companies, not everyone, but like in some companies, just that domino effect. They had a boss above them that shot down everything, so like they just got tired and they became that boss without meaning to.
I learned that a lot quicker because it's like I would have to hire a staff of up to 20 people, so I'm learning that on a higher rate, that you kind of have to treat people the way that they want to be treated in this world. That's kind of like the world that we live in,
as long as
everything that happens is videoed nowadays.
As long as there's a treating that gets the job done and like you're not going to take advantage of what I'm trying to give you, then I'll treat you great, but don't try and take advantage of something that I'm being generous about.
Well, you have your rules and you have your guidelines, and you treat them exactly how they want to be treated within those rules and guidelines.
It's been proven you'll get somebody to do something that they actually genuinely want to do if you treat them with a little bit of kindness, love, respect, genuinity. Yeah.
Like
it's been
they're an
proven.
Actual human being. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's always, so.
And but yeah, so it happens a lot in this world.
It does. It's one of those things.
But that's one of those things that's making things, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poor because the rich cling on to their money. They've gone through so much strife and so much shit and so much, that like I'm the boss now. It's my fucking money. I'm not giving it to anybody, and no one has the right to even ask for it or look me in the eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stomp on the little guy because I was the little guy and now I'm not anymore.
Well, I mean, everyone started from somewhere, so I mean, just people. I think people lose that.
There's not enough people who, remember that.
They just, I mean, and a lot of them do. They really do. Just some people they just don't remember or don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, maybe back to the flying cars things. I was thinking because of like the societal split, there might be like a higher toll for like a flying lanes.
I mean, I think like the money would definitely
like
be up there for now until signs catch up fully.
Yeah,
because like once signs catches up fully, then it'd be fine. But like 70 years from now,
I don't know how that will ever be what's best for like economically, like travel. I don't know how that'll ever be what's best if you take like risk involved and money and stuff like that. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Well,
like
I mean,
speed zones on like different height levels and shit like that.
I mean, you'd have to, yeah. But like, I mean, that's what futuristic movies do. They bring up everything up into the sky. Everything's like super tall. Everything's floating in the sky.
Yeah.
Everything's like up and above, and like then it just turns into the same thing that was on the ground level. You still have traffic. You still have
hey, get out of my way.
Yeah, you still have all of that stuff.
200
so it's like
miles an hour.
So it's like 50,
It,
I mean, would you rather stay on the ground because like now like the ground is just gonna become emptier?
I'm probably still gonna be a driver.
Like I can go like 100. I can go like
160
160 down like the highway now. How it's intended to be. Not 75 and still run into traffic,
Yeah, what's going to happen when you get in a crash, Is there going to be like electromagnetic like fields that keep you inside a certain like electromagnetic tunnel in the air or something to where if you crash and your vehicle dies, you don't fall to the ground 10,000 feet or,
who knows? I mean, science is crazy.
I do see it happening though.
I mean, eventually, but like, there's a lot more to think about than just like flying cars. Like,
yeah. Well, did you hear about like they're creating an engine that it's supposed to be able to go to the moon in like 2 seconds and to Mars in like 12 minutes.
No, I didn't
it's
hear
supposed
about
to
that.
It's supposed to get to like Neptune in 4 hours. Yeah, they're creating an engine that can move 99.9% the speed of light.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly too much about it, but I saw a video of it on Snapchat, and they said that it could completely change everything that we think about time. And travel. And
well, yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like going to what you said, Neptune in 4 hours. That's literally going to like
well, and then
Tampa,
then
Orlando twice.
And then you get into that sketchy shit, and it's called time dilation. That's what it is. Where when you're farther away from a gravitational field, the time runs slower or faster, depending
well, yeah, because that's why
which side of that you're on.
Well, that's why that's why all the planets have different orbital speeds. Like a thing on Earth is we have the 365 that goes around Earth, but like
they sent one twin out into space and another twin stayed on Earth. And the one twin was in space for like 3 months. And when he came back, he was like 5 milliseconds older than the other twin.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing called time dilation. It has to do with distance. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Interstellar.
Yeah.
But there's a part where they say it's 7 years an hour here. And back on Earth, it's 7 years while it's 1 hour where you are.
Yeah. So I believe that movie also they talked about, I believe it's that movie. Is that the one where like they're like walking in
it's
like
Tom
the water?
Cruise and Matthew McConaughey.
Is that where they're walking in the water and like the tidal waves coming up? Oh, so if you they actually talked about that, but there's a ticking sound in the background, like background sound, and every time you hear it, it's a year on Earth or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So like you can, and they talk about it because like They talked about the scene where like they're walking in the water because like there's just water everywhere, I guess, on whatever planet. And in the background sound you can hear like a tick, 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 and then like every time that happens, it's like a certain amount of time on Earth.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. I was like, yo, whoa, like, but yeah, that would
happen if you can fly to Neptune in 4 hours. You know, and you get there, you land, you stay there for, you know, a week's vacation. What do you come back to on Earth? You come back to your kids being 10 years older?
Because I mean, it all depends on the rotation of that planet.
Yeah.
Because like Earth is 365 around the sun. That's what we count as a year.
And if we were on a planet closer to the sun, it would be the opposite.
Yeah, because I think
where we would age faster.
Yeah, because like it's a whole different like you say, gravity and all that, and you know,
because gravity dilates time.
Yeah,
the pull of gravity dilates time. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Isn't that absurd? But they're already creating engines that can move things 99.9% the speed of light.
I mean, cool, because like getting to the moon in like, what you said, 2 minutes?
Yeah, getting to the moon in like 2 minutes. Like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
And like 12 minutes to Mars. And the moon, you're just there.
You're just there.
Yeah.
Blink, boom.
Yeah.
Literally, like, they're like, all right, don't blink.
Because you would get to the sun in 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it takes about, I believe, 8 minutes for the sun to reach us.
Yep.
Like, so like
at
every
the
time.
Speed of light, yeah.
Yeah, because like you see, like that's what the sun is like all the ray beams like coming from the sun. And
if the sun exploded, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
We wouldn't see it.
Nope.
Until 8 minutes from now.
Well, because like, you know, you look at the stars and like most of the stars we're looking at are already dead.
Gone. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. They're emitting light from like millions of light years away.
And it's just dead.
And the star's not even there anymore.
No.
We think it is.
Yeah.
We have proof that it is. Because we have a picture of it being there.
Yep.
And it's not actually there.
It's not actually there, yeah.
How crazy is that?
Well, it's even crazier to think that like as we're talking.
Yeah.
Like every day, every minute, every second, every millisecond, it's just every microsecond.
My dad always says, you know how space is always expanding? He says, what is it expanding into?
It's literally being created as it's because like
that's crazy to think about.
Like they've talked about it, like Earth being made on like a clock is 11:59 to midnight. Like that minute is Earth.
Yeah.
Everything before that is like, so like, you know.
Yeah, we're new.
So like if you like, they've literally said like on the edge of the Milky, like we're on the edge of the Milky Way. So like we're not in the middle, we're not on the other side, we're on the edge of the Milky Way, going like north. So like we're on the north side of the Milky Way, and like south was already made way before us.
Yeah.
We'll just never be able to get there. But like,
well,
that's
who
why
knows? We can go to Neptune in 4 hours.
But I mean, like, well, before all that, you know, like it was never an idea. Like you could, like, shit.
I mean, I think it's crazy that we can just like get a ticket to the moon if you can get the money for it. Like, that's insane.
Well, that's just, I mean,
that's fucking insane to me.
Well, I think they were, well, I think the idea of the like space shuttle being really expensive is just like, you know, one of the things. I think they could like do it for free and just take the hit. But like they're not going to.
Oh,
you know?
no, hell no, they're not going to.
You know, at the end of the day, they could just be like,
they can do it for free for me, right?
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, like, yo, come on, man, hook it up, man, hook it up.
But how crazy is that, though?
I'll get you a pair of shoes. What kind of shoes you like?
Yeah, it costs $1 million to operate the shuttle for the time it takes.
Yeah, you know, so it's just like they could, but like they never would. But like that would just be a massive hit that they'd never regain. You know. But
how crazy is that you could just like go to the moon, and they're building like things on the moon now, and pretty soon there's gonna be like stations where you can get off and like walk inside.
Yeah,
this bubble on the moon, and
there's this movie
city on the moon.
There's this movie,
and look at Earth.
I can't remember. It's a horror movie, but like they go to space and they end up going to the moon, and like they found out like the horror part was like the moon was like holding like creatures on the moon that like could kill you.
Oh shit.
And like they're like moon rocks. They look like moon rocks, but like they're actual like creatures that they're like deadly and like kill you.
That'd be sketchy.
Yeah, because like there's one point
we just haven't found them yet.
Oh yeah, there's one part where like they're walking on the moon because they had to like go get people that were there before them. They end up like losing contact and trying to figure out what happened and yada yada. There's like one point where like there's like this crater on the moon that they like go into because like they found like the guy, he was already dead. But like it got like super cold, whatnot. But like as like that's where like things get like really crazy, like near the, you know how like horror movies, like near the end things always get like super crazy, you know, you're kind of like building up to in the middle of the movie, like someone dies and you're like okay whatever, but like then the ending, like 5 people die at near the end, and that's pretty much what it was. Like they're chilling and at like one point like they're about to like they're trying to escape and like the guy's in there and like you see like the gravity and then like you see all like the rocks coming up and all of a sudden like all you see are like the legs that pop out of the rocks because like there's a creature that like kill you and like yeah, it's wild.
Damn, that's sketchy. Maybe we just haven't found them yet. We haven't sent enough people for them to feel threatened yet.
Well, I mean, I don't.
If we start,
there have been obviously there are
colonize
rumors.
what if we, you know what I mean?
There's like you don't know what
water on the moon. There's frozen water on the moon.
Yeah, you don't know what could be inside the moon.
We have animals on our frozen water. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think you can be in the moon long enough to like really like map everything that needs to get mapped right away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because I mean, you ever like
they probably know about the whole surface, but what about what's lying beneath?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you ever think they ever like try to dig inside the moon? Like
have
genuinely?
they drilled it yet? I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen anything, but.
What if they hit it with a hammer? They go tink, and it just.
It's just a big balloon.
There goes our tide,
bro. You know, if like the moon, like if someone ever like, you know, like a super villain comes out of nowhere and they're like, "I'm gonna blow up the moon," like that would just destroy everything we know.
Yeah.
Like it would just like destroy it.
There would be
all
tidal
the balance.
waves.
Yeah.
And
because like.
The moon
I don't know if you
balance.
know. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but the moon actually like slowly is drifting away from Earth every year.
Yeah.
Like eventually, like we won't. Like eventually, Earth won't have a moon, but like it only goes like 1 or 2. I think like somewhere in like 1 or 2 inches a year. It slowly drifts away from.
Eventually,
Earth.
we'll have a way to keep it in. We'll nudge it back from the
we'll
other side.
Just pull it in.
Yeah,
but like but yeah, the moon would like.
Rope.
Every like all the tidal waves you see, like especially at night when like the waves are really like crazy, that's when it usually like that's the tide, like that's a pull and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, nah, it would not be good. It would always be dark at night, other than like, you know, the natural street lights, but like or the street lights, not natural street lights, but the street lights, it would just always be dark because you know sometimes the moon just gets so bright at night.
It illuminates a lot more than you would think without it. I'll
yeah,
tell you that,
yeah.
You know? Yeah, for sure.
Because you ever see like the moon clouded up and you're like, it's really dark tonight.
Yeah,
like, it's just
when there's
black.
no moon out. Yeah,
there's no moon.
It's super
you're like,
dark.
Like okay.
And I'm out in the boondocks. That's where I was raised, so I get the benefit of like the full night sky, or I see it like really dark, like and it's.
There, speaking of that, in Florida, I think it's
dark.
I think it's near Lake Okeechobee, somewhere in that like 100-mile radius. There's like a total like spot in Florida that's completely blacked out. Like no human lights, no natural lights, no nothing. Like it's like.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah,
always pitch, and it's a place you can actually like go camping, and that's where you'll see like the like you can go like in Sarasota, you can go past like I-75, like way out past I-75, and like you'll really see like the night sky. But I mean like this is like total blackout. Yeah. Like there are no lights, there's no like light pollution, there's none of that. Yeah. There's nothing. It's just you, the land, and sky.
Yep.
You know, and that's where you can go camping at. And one of my bosses at work actually did that, and he was like, it was incredible. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. There was no light pollution at all.
It's an insane experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just feel so close. Like, you just kind of, like, yearn for, like, that. You just want to reach out and just grab it all.
Yeah.
You know?
You feel in tune with who you are and where you are. And
yeah.
It's crazy how
So-
much we miss out on by turning a light on to see more.
Yeah, I mean, in reality,
what
when
we
you're outside,
what we
yeah.
don't see because we want to see more.
Yeah. But
That's some crazy shit.
yeah, no, it's really crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm a guy selling shoes on a rock flying through Earth.
Yeah,
Like at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you know,
on a rock flying through space. You know what I mean?
flying through space, you know, a bazillion miles per hour
spinning 1,000. Yeah, spinning
On a
1,000 miles
23
an hour.
on a 23.5 degree angle,
Yeah.
perfect angle, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Like a 24 degree angle, like life would just
We're
cease
just
to exist.
floating in
Yep.
space.
Yep.
Because there's a big ball that's pulling us in, and it's flying through space too. You know,
Yep.
and it's pulling us with it.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
I'm just selling Nikes that people probably
Yeah.
won't have in 100 years, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoes might not even exist, you know, in 100 years.
Right.
Like, who knows?
Yeah. There's gonna be like air shoes where like it's gonna be like a bracelet around your ankle that's got air pressure that pushes out. And
It's just constant.
You're just
Walking on air
constantly
constantly.
everywhere
I mean, really, like, what a.
There's
No.
an idea for you, Elon. Air shoes, walking on air. Figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
Shoot. Oh, 9:30.
It's 9:30.
9:30.
But yeah, so I mean, this week in general has been. Oh yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, it's been a productive week, man. I mean, both been grinding, both been working hard. I've been doing a lot of figuring out, you know, what I want to do, and what I want to do is work for myself, you know, and I know that I'm good at cleaning things, and I know that it's a low startup cost to do, you know, automotive detailing. So I picked it up, started doing it, and I'm actually doing a pretty good job at it. So I'm gonna see where it goes, and it's gonna be my idea. You know, nothing that's worth doing and nothing that's good comes without a lot of hard work and a lot of growth. So I'm gonna, you know, work hard at it and see where it takes me. And
So
the
the-
goal
is
is
it-
to sell it off and start a new business that I really want to.
Yeah,
after,
obviously it's not your first
eventually.
time, but like, being an entrepreneur can kind of like bring out something really good in people.
Yeah,
You know, as long as they're good at it.
it brings
you know?
out like a self-fulfilling independence, you know,
It can.
and good kind of pride instead of
Yeah.
bad kind of pride. You know, belief in thyself. You know,
Yeah.
rather than I need approval from others. You start to grow this like fire within yourself, and like I only need me. You know, kind of mentality.
I think as long as you do things right, yes. Because I think like some people kind of get carried away and they do things like wrongly, and they still think they're doing things good, you know. But I think it's easy to do good things and continue to do good things for yourself.
Well, you need others, but you don't need others to believe in you. Me believing in myself is enough.
Yeah.
And that's one thing you start to realize is because most businesses start off with the proprietor being an independent, you know, the person who starts it or
Yeah.
founds it being like alone or like with one other or two other people. So there has to be like a very self-motivated kind of attitude, and that just, like you said, it just kind of like starts something in you. It just like ignites this kind of like
Yeah.
fire within you, and this like belief within yourself that like I can achieve it, and it really doesn't matter what you think. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's freeing. You know,
Yeah.
it's freeing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you refuse to believe that you're trapped by like the everyday, you know, bullshit, you know, and I have to put up with what somebody else, you know, thinks of me or wants me to do. You know, you start to understand that you don't have to do that. You don't have to go down that path. It's not necessary. I can be an independent, and I can be in control of my own life, you know. And that's a good mentality to have, you know, because working for Papa John's for this past 6 years, man, you really start to like convince yourself that you should stay there, or like believe that it's your only opportunity, or believe yourself that this is your only opportunity, or this is the opportunity that's going to take you 10 years, 15, 20 years. And you start to, you know, figure out like how to design your entire life around that. And then you start to forget about your own goals and like who you are as a person, excuse me, what really you want to do with your life and who you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, and the thing with me is like, I just have always been taught to believe in myself, and I've always been made to put in the work to prove to myself that I can do things and that I can achieve things, you know, and accomplish things. So when I'm working hard and like you're not paying me that much and you tell me like
Yep.
do it or quit, you know, I'm go be an
quit every
independent.
time,
And I'm so honestly, you know, it was a tough decision. A lot of weight,
I'm sure. Well, I'm
weight
sure
comes with that decision.
Well, I'm
you
sure
know?
it was a tough decision at first.
I just don't like to feel like I'm disappointing people. But at the end of the day, who am I going to be in 10 years if I stay here? And what kind of sad sap will I be? How much, you know, belief will I not have in myself, you know? And what will I forget about who I am, you know?
Yeah.
If I continue to allow myself to be treated this way.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, because like who knows? In 10 years, you may quit out of nowhere and be like, "Damn, I missed 10 years that I could have done something."
And all the people who I'm failing, the people I was training, developing in my own mind, the people I could say that I was failing, if I start my own business and can be able to provide for a staff, I can probably provide for them better than Papa John's and be able to, you know, pay that forward in turn anyway.
Oh
know,
yeah, 100%.
And not feel like I wronged them. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, you know, but I think that's kind of like where like, you know, Papa John's was taking advantage of. They're like, oh, this guy's never gonna leave. You know, he's never talked about leaving. We've always, you know, done enough to keep him here. You know, blah blah blah. You know, just those like corporation type tactics. You know.
Well, the only people that are going to continue to work there are going to be dumb people, because at a certain point you teach someone so much and you treat them like shit, they realize that they could just apply what they know and not get treated like shit. And if you want to pay them good, then maybe they'll stay there. But, you know, there was no bribery for me to stay there. You know what I mean? There was no reason to stay. I knew everything I needed to know about being an independent business owner, you know? So let me clean your car, boy. Let me clean your car. Let me pressure wash your driveway, your roof, your windows, the side of your house. Let me take out some trees. You know, I'll mow your lawn, you know, and I'll do it for you, and I'll do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to do it for the man no more.
I am the man.
I am free, yeah. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Hell yeah. So, man, I got a lot off. I definitely got a lot off. For sure. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Do you have anything else to talk about? We've been at it about an hour and a half. I don't want to miss out on anything.
No, I don't think so. I mean, nothing's really going on crazy this week. I mean, just been selling pairs.
Yeah,
pairs.
you've been flipping, wheeling, and dealing.
So,
getting that business grinding.
I mean, the only cool thing is my nun shirt coming in. Can't wait to wear that.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be super sick.
You got it in green, right?
Yeah, honestly, that's gonna be my first green shirt that I've actually ever worn in my entire life.
Really?
I don't think I've ever worn green in my entire life.
Branching out? I could see you in green.
Well, I thought they were gonna have a purple one, but they didn't. And I was like, I was about the pink one. I'm like, no, I already have a pink shirt. That's like a bright pink, it's like a hot. No, it's not a hot pink, but it's a super bright pink shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want another pink shirt, and I don't want another black shirt, and I don't want another white shirt. And I already had a red shirt. I have a super bright red Supreme shirt, and I'm like, I'll get green.
I think you look good in green.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's up. I mean, I might wait until I buy my overalls to wear the shirt, or I just might wear it, you know. Because I have shorts I do have a couple pairs of pants and shorts that go with green. They're just like, you know, denim or like white khaki.
And it's Christmas time too. Green and red, boy.
I don't think the shirt's Christmas themed, but you know what I'm saying.
Hey, it got nuns and the cross on it, boy. There's not much more Christmas about that.
But I mean, no, there's nothing like. I mean, there are a few drops that I didn't get any pairs on. Like recently, they had the eBay Dunks release. They call them they weren't like they're not officially named the eBay Dunks, but they have the eBay colors.
Yeah, so I saw those. Those were cool.
Yeah, they're like cut up because like apparently, well, not apparently, it's an actual like fact that someone actually bought one of those pairs of shoes and cut them up. Like actually like cut them, and like those eBay pairs are like one of like the rarest pairs of SB Dunks to like ever be made.
Jeez.
And like someone actually like cut them into like 4 sections. So that's why like if you see the new one now, like it's cut up and has like those clear pieces in between because like that's what happened with one of the original pairs.
Huh.
So they copied that idea. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool. Little call and response.
And then you have the SB lobster orange concepts coming out.
Okay.
So there's already blue, green, red, yellow. Now there's gonna be orange.
Okay.
And purple. So there are 6 colorways already. So like that's super sick. And they come with like bands and all that, like how like lobster claws are like band up.
Oh,
like,
really?
That's what they have on
With
like
the
the toe
rubber
box.
bands?
Yeah, but you don't want to keep it on your shoe because eventually it will
deteriorate.
It won't. It'll make the toe box weird because like eventually over time, like the materials will eventually, like you said, deteriorate and it'll conform to that and it'll kind of make it weird. You can wear it with the
rub
bands.
off on it.
It won't rub off on it, but it'll make the toe box like indented. Like if you can keep the bands on it. Just don't wear like you can wear the bands if you really want to, but most of the time you want to take off the bands if you want to extend the life of your shoe eventually. Because like it's like keeping a hairband that's like just tight enough on your wrist for a long time.
Oh, it's around the toe of the shoe?
It's around the toe box, so like it's so when you're looking at it, like it's actually on the shoe, like it's around like the whole toe box.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So eventually it will mess up the shoe.
Steel toe?
Nah, definitely not. That would defeat the whole purpose of being a comfy shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if steel toes are comfortable,
Yeah, you
but
got some comfy steel toes, but they cost like $400.
but yeah,
That's cool.
nothing
cool.
really else crazy coming out at the moment. I'm sure there's something I'm missing, but yeah, they had the special box release like a few weeks ago. Now they're coming out with the regular box release, and yeah, nothing shoe related, nothing clothing related. Oh, actually, well, no, nothing crazy yet. So,
Hell
yeah, nothing that I can't talk about in the next podcast. So,
right. Yeah, and I'm sorry it was so long, guys. If you guys have been listening to a few of our podcasts,
no, don't apologize.
We appreciate it.
We're on the same timeline as the other ones. An hour and a half was like medium.
No, I'm talking about like not doing a podcast.
Oh,
for like 2 or
that.
3
I was
weeks.
like the time. The time's
I'm sorry
fine.
that. No, I'm sorry that it's been a while. It's been a while since we did one.
Yeah, it's been about like 3 weeks.
Just been in an adjustment period. You know, that happens in life. There's seasons for everything, and this was a season for change. You know, had to grow and develop and learn a few things about myself and what I want to do. So. I do apologize, but we're gonna get the ball rolling and keep the ball rolling, and continue to listen to us.
I'm always
man.
ready.
Huh?
I said I'm always ready.
Yeah, John's always ready. He's Mr. Ready. So, but yeah, keep listening in, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Drew. That's Mr. John Gonzalez, and unless you got anything else to add.
Nah, I just know that 2023 is going to be wild.
This has been episode Ocho.
Yeah, it's episode 8.
We got Christmas on Sunday.
Yeah,
if you believe in that, Merry Christmas. If you don't, Happy Hanukkah or Happy Holidays or whatever you believe in. And if it isn't your season for holidays, still feel joy in this time because it is for us.
Yeah,
we should always be joyful.
We should start doing them on Mondays or Fridays.
I think either is good. I think Mondays work for me.
Yeah, Mondays are fine.
That way, if we
I think
want
this
to go
is
out on Friday, you can go out on Friday because you got your crazy sick go out group, and Friday's probably a more popular day to go out than Monday.
Dude, we'll go out any day of the week.
Oh, it's like that. Boy. So we'll figure that out, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's episode 8. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next time.
Peace.
We're gonna keep it up. We're gonna
out.
keep it positive. Thank you so much, and we dipping.